Let's be real, there is no situation in anybody's right place of mind where a white dad looks at their child and says, I want you to bring home a dark-skinned black man, and I want you to love him. I'm sorry, but it's just not possible. Look at all your celebrity couples, for instance, who tried the interracial dating. Don't you think you can learn from them? Travis Scott, Kanye West, practically every black man on the French football team. Furthermore, as an African man, I can tell you that it is well within my culture to only date people of my race. And when you mix other races into the equation, it can get a little bit complicated. Let me just warn you right now that if you're involved in an interracial relationship, based on my experience, you may be setting yourself back. If you're in an interracial relationship, get out. Literally, I mean it. Get out. Many people do not understand that there are racial dynamics in place as a result of the system that we live in. These dynamics are designed to demolish the black man while keeping the white man in his current place of power. I know that sounds harsh, but I'm speaking to your mind, not your feelings. What's your common ground of subject matter when you talk to your partner? The weather? The news? Don't you want somebody who you can relate to on a deeper spiritual level than that? Does your partner even believe in spirit? Do they have a similar upbringing to you? Do they understand you on that personal level that you expect them to understand you on? I know there are differences in the food you guys eat too, and you probably have to compromise. And let me not even get started on the dressing, the cultural differences, the parties. Have you been to a white party? It's just white dudes fist bumping to EDM and country with no rhythm. Do you really want to sacrifice your cultural ways of keeping ethics and morals into introspection? Because let me tell you something, as soon as you go out with a white woman, everything goes out of the door, including your bank account. I'm just telling you from experience, and as somebody who's seen it from my own two eyes, it's not something that I'm proud of, but I lived through it. And it happened, and what's the result of it? I had to move on. Black man, let me ask you something. Do you really think that white people are able to relate to the struggle that you have had to face as a result of hundreds of years of slavery, which indoctrinated our ancestors to the point where they had to stick together and fight against the white system? You have to be out of your mind to break that tradition, or ever think that a woman of another race will understand you. Also, not trying to be rude here, but there are very few cultures that can age well as a result of their biological makeup. I'm not making this a matter of skin color, it's more or less a matter of culture. And let me just say, I will use this as an opportunity to educate everybody that there are consequences if you choose to go down the interracial dating path. First of all, you're gonna receive a lot of abuse from the other side because they're not used to it. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. So as a result of the difference of your family dynamics, your cultural differences, you will have to fight your whole life and endure a lot of racism, which I'm not too sure many people in this day and age are willing to fight for. There's no love in relationships these days, you're just a prop on Instagram. But that's personally how I feel about the situation. I wouldn't advise anybody to go against their cultural standards just because of looks. There's more to a relationship that meets the eye, and you have to consider the person as a whole. And I know how the system works. Trust me, it almost never works in a black man's favor. Let me know what you thought about this subject matter in the comments below. I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say. I can tell a lot of people are gonna feel offended, but like I said, this is a mental thing. This is a psychological thing. You really have to consider your culture, your ancestry, and would they really live for this moment. Do your regular drill, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.